Hey, it's Shai Sarai. I'm on a weight loss journey here on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe to see how I do. And the month of March is finally over. Today is April 1st. I counted calories for the entire month of March, so I figured I would just throw my numbers into a spreadsheet and just talk to you guys about how I did. Just to orient ourselves, the first column is just the date. The second column is my TDEE. That stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure. Long story short, you find a TDEE calculator online, you throw in your gender, your age, your height, your weight, your level activity, are you a construction worker versus an office worker? And it spits out a number that says, hey, this is probably about how many calories you will burn in a day. So that's what I have there. Calories in is food. How much did I eat? Oh, and alcohol. So pretty much anything I consumed, whether it was food or drink. Column D, calories out. That is any exercise I did. So with my TDEE, I stayed on the conservative side. I said, hey, I don't really walk around that much. I have a sit-down job for 8 hours a day. But any extra exercise I did, let's say that 5 times twice. Any extra exercise I did is in this column. And then the last column is just the deficit. So if there's a nice positive number like this, that means that I burned more than I took in. There's a negative number, it means that I took in more than I burned. So let's get into it. So for the first week, I did okay, I guess. I was in a very tiny deficit of 35 calories. I had 3 things that I would call blowouts. The 1700, that's okay. It's not really a full blowout. Second week, so let's see. So the second week I did a lot better. I had a deficit of 1650, it looks like. And I really only had one kind of monster blowout day where I almost had 4,400 calories on that Sunday. And then the third week, let's see here. Okay, so the third week I did even better. So my deficit, at least according to the spreadsheet, which is very, very broad, don't hold me to this. This is just kind of a theory or guardrail, or it's not an exact science is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, for the third week, 5,030, probably mainly due to this day. I think that's a Wednesday that I fasted. I had one blowout day. And then the last 10 days of March, I just lumped all together. I mean, there were only 3 days. And I had a great deficit in theory. So almost 8,500 calories, of course, mostly due to fasting for the last 3 days. I had one, I don't know if I'll call it a blowout, but I'll call it a special day because it was my birthday dinner. And then I had one that was really just a blowout. It was just for no reason, really, unless my birthday weekend counts. So let's get into the summary. So it looks like according to this, I had a deficit of about 15,000 calories for March. If we are to believe that there are 3,500 calories in 1 pound, that means I should have lost about 4 pounds, almost 4.5 pounds for March. I started out at 166.4. I am ending at 162.07. And yeah, so this is just the spreadsheet. Let's go see what reality says. I'm going to go hop on the scale. Alright, so hopefully you guys won't mind too much. I have you sitting on my husband's PlayStation box to show me getting on the scale. I think the last time I weighed in was March 12th, and I was 161.4. I'll link that video down below if you want to check it out. And of course the spreadsheet says that I should be 162, so let's see where we're at. Okay, so 159.6, so it looks like we are a few pounds or just a couple of pounds lower than the spreadsheet. I'll be very, very curious to see what I weigh after a couple of days of eating because I just did finish a 3-day fast. And we can just double check it and make sure. But yeah, you guys know how fasting is. Like you definitely always gain at least some of the weight back. Okay, nope, so still 159.6. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright, we'll keep this short. since we spent so much time in Excel. We can see here for March, my goal weight was 150. That's just because I never changed it after I messed up in February. I was supposed to be 156 going into March, but instead I was 166.4. So that means with my weight of 159.6, I lost 6.8 pounds. Yay! I hope this is all not super blurry for you guys. If it is, I'm sorry. We'll see when I go to edit it. But anyway, my goal weight for April is going to be 153. That would be about a 7-pound loss. I've got just 2 goals: have a calorie deficit and stick to my run schedule. My run schedule is in the description below if you're interested. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Best of luck hitting all your April goals, and I will talk to you soon.